there's no need to rush around. Inside of everybody there's sun and laughter to be found.
A few weeks ago, you learned about culturegrams, an online reference tool you can use to learn all about different countries, cultures, states all around the world. Today, I'd like to share another reference tool with you. This one is called Infobits. Hi, so we're starting at the Students Apps bookmark page. We're going to begin at BSD Library Resources, Elementary and K-8 Schools, SATO, Start Research. Today we're looking for Infobits, so find this black and white icon that looks like a hand holding a tablet. If this is your first time logging in from home, you're going to be directed to log in, and I will include that password in the notes below this video. This is the main landing page for Infobits. You see that the top categories appear here. And to narrow our research, we simply click on any of these topics. Let's go to science. Now we see the top subjects within that category. Let's go to earth science. Now we see the topics within that category. So it works just like our nonfiction section, where we have all of our science organized together, and then the topics get narrower and narrower. Let's look at erosion. On the right, you'll see what kind of articles have been returned. We have 7 book articles, 2 pictures, a video, 39 magazine articles, and 25 newspaper articles. The icon, this colored box next to each title, gives us a reading level. 3 dots, level 3, 2 dots, level 2. On the right-hand side, you can see what kind of an article it is, whether it's an overview, an article, a brief article. You may see letters to the editors, recipes, other kinds of content. We see that there are 39 newspaper or magazine articles, but only the top ones appear. To see all of those, simply click on the heading and it will be expanded. Below each title, you'll see where it came from, its source, when it was published, how long it is, and how difficult it is. Lexile measure is another way to measure reading level. You can limit your search to your reading level by clicking here. Let's go back to the main landing page. This time, let's go to animals. Pets and farm animals. Cats.
Cats.
I can narrow my search results even further by using this tool to search within the results. Maybe I'm not interested in all cats. Maybe today I just want to look for tabby cats. And this narrows my results even further. There are 2 more ways to search for content on Infobits. Let's do one more search together. Let's go to science. Just kidding. Health. That's where I wanted to be. Diseases, disorders, and injuries. Infection. Now, unlike doing a Google search, what you find on Infobits is going to be reliable and up to date. This is updated all the time. So down here, we're going to see articles that are only a couple of days old. When you do a regular internet search, you don't know how old that material is. Often, a lot of times, outdated material doesn't get taken down. This material is also reliable. When you do an internet search, you don't know if what you found is true or not. This is reliable, up to date, age appropriate, at your reading level. You can filter it by your reading level. It's related to your curriculum, and it's relevant because all of that garbage has been filtered out. 2 more ways. I mentioned there are 2 more ways to search. If I click on Browse Topics, this is going to bring up a list of all of the topics on Infobits. And as you can see, there is a lot of content, lots and lots and lots of content. Now, the browsing I was doing is a great way to start if you're just interested in stumbling upon something fun. Just want to know what there is. And I love just getting lost in my research. But if you're looking for something specific, you can use the search bar and go directly to the world's ugliest dog. Why is there no picture? I think there ought to be a picture of the world's ugliest dog. When you open an article, it opens up these tools for you. At the bottom of each article, there's a source citation. When you're doing nonfiction reading or research, it's important to know that what you're reading or writing is true, that it's accurate. And the source tells us where the author got their information. So when you're doing research, your teachers and your readers are going to want to know that you didn't just make it up and that you didn't just copy it from someone. So writing the citation gives your source credit. By clicking citation tools on any one of these pages, you can copy that citation and paste it directly into your research. You can make highlights. You can add notes and then save those notes. You can send it directly to your Google Drive or OneDrive. You can print it, email it, download it, save it for later. You can bookmark this page. And by opening this hamburger menu that says more, you have even more tools. Your folder where you'll find anything you've saved, your saved highlights and notes. And maybe you found an article you didn't bookmark and then later you wish you had. You can easily go back to search history. And there's even a dictionary, your own dictionary right here to help you. Finally, there's an option for you to translate an article. If English isn't your first language and you're more fluent in another language, you can translate to that language and you can listen to these articles. So maybe the research you found, the article you really, really want isn't quite at your reading level. You can listen to it. And many times you can even listen to it in your first language. Infobits is a lot of fun. If you like nonfiction reading, you can find out about just about everything here. So my challenge to you, explore, poke around a little bit, see what you find, and then share 3 interesting facts with me. Happy hunting.